For the radius and ulna, you do not have to know left from right. You do have to recognize the difference between the two. The first way to do that is pick up this bone right here, turn it on its side, and you see the U shape right there? That U shape stands for U, for an ulna. So you know this is going to be the ulna because it's U-shaped. Ice cream scoop also works, bottle opener also works. For the radius, is this really large projection right there, but it also has this radial groove, this radial tire, like a tire radiates outwards. The head of the radius right there is the head. It looks like a tire, so it's called the radius. Another way to know on the body is that the radius always radiates outwards, so it's on the thumb side if you're in anatomical position. All right. So we'll start with the radius. For the radius, you have the head up here. You want the bottom? All right. So you have the head of the radius up top. Right here, you have this little notch. It flip-flops. For this, since this is the radius, this is the ulnar notch. All right. This right here, since this is a roughened surface, if you feel it on the bone, roughened surface, this is the radial tuberosity, just like the deltoid tuberosity on the humerus. All right. Then you run along the side, and then at this bottom, right, this little red area is. This is going to be the styloid process of the radius. All right. This is where your carpal bones meet. Right. Right down here. All right. You do not have to know the distal radio-ulnar joint or anything like that, but you do have to know head, which is at the top, neck, which is right underneath it, the ulnar notch, radial tuberosity, running along down here to the styloid process of the radius. Now, for the ulna, there are three main things that you have to know, or three main things that are very easy to determine. This goes alongside with this. So these are all, both of these, the head of the radius and the coronoid and olecranon process, these are going to be proximal. These are going to be distal where your wrist bones are. So with the ulna, where U-shape like this backside, this is where you feel the backside of your elbow. This is the olecranon process, which fits into the olecranon fossa of the humerus. Right here, you have the coracoid, or coronoid process. The coronoid process fits into the coronoid fossa. All right, and this little ridge or notch right here, this is the trochlear notch. This is exactly where it rolls over on top of the trochlea, which is on the humerus. Let's see. The ulnar notch is going to be found down, or the radial notch, sorry, is going to be found down here, and alongside with that, you're going to find the styloid process of the ulna, which is this little pointy area right there. And again, this is the head of the ulna because it's down at the bottom, so they flip-flop. The head of the radius is proximal and touching the humerus. The head of the ulna is down farther towards the wrist bones, and there's a styloid process of the ulna. You do not have, again, you do not have to know anterior, posterior, or left to right on the ulna or the radius.